Hi everyone, Lisa Kelly here from the Workplace Wellness Center of Excellence. So finally, we are launching today our Ask Lisa series. So as you know, I've been promoting the launch of this series now for a few weeks, and I'm able to get this first segment out to you today. And so in this series, I'm going to make it my mission to answer your questions on how to develop your skills and grow your career or business as a corporate wellness specialist or a coach, consultant, concierge, whatever role you hope to serve in the corporate wellness space. So, today I want to begin with a look at how you might begin to identify and define your ideal employer client, or maybe your client avatar, like we like to say in the industry. So I've got 5 tips laid out to help you get started. So the first tip is and no surprise, you want to start with reflecting on your strengths. The strengths you have to offer employers in your corporate wellness services, and identify what you hope to offer employers as well, right? So think about, do you want, what role do you want to serve? Do you want to position yourself for full-time employment opportunities? Are you more interested in becoming a coach or serving employers as a consultant or a concierge? And I'm going to talk more about a concierge in a later segment. Do you want to become a consultant, or maybe an executive wellness coach, or again, an internal workplace wellness coordinator? So that's really important to first reflect on and think about what you want to do in corporate wellness. Then secondly, you want to list all your skills and strengths relating to corporate wellness. Now they can be, your transferable skills as a wellness enthusiast or a health coach. Maybe you're a corporate trainer. Maybe you have HR background. Anything that can serve and support employers, through your corporate wellness services. And, that's important to itemize and list them down, right? So that's step 2, listing your skills. Step 3, then you want to just really go for it. And you want to start scheduling informational interviews. Now, for some of you, this will be new. For some others, not so. But you need to first start building your network, okay? And you can do that on site through attending chambers of commerce and meeting people in organizations and employers and HR contacts that way. You can join, some of our program graduates have joined HR groups, and or you can do it through LinkedIn. Truthfully, I've built all our programs and involvement and participation in our programs through LinkedIn. We've built our advisory group through LinkedIn. I'd like to consider myself now pretty much an expert in using LinkedIn, and I train people in how to use LinkedIn in our LinkedIn for Workplace Wellness course. So the informational interview is not much different than you might have done maybe years ago or still currently if you're out looking for work. And so what you're going to do is you're going to network and simply ask HR, whoever, workplace wellness coordinators, senior level leaders, to meet with them in an informational interview in person, on the phone, through maybe a Zoom meeting. I would really recommend meeting with them through Zoom, and that's how I tend to meet with a lot of employers, through Zoom. And you can get that through a free platform, for up to 40 minutes, I believe, a segment or an interview. And but these informational interviews can really help you to hone in and identify employer needs with respect to corporate wellness, and can really help to open the door for future discovery consults with them. Now remember, this informational session is not about you selling yourself to them, okay? It's really all about info gathering and offering them something in return, which I'll talk about in just a second. So how do you set up an informational interview? Well, you request to meet with them and let them know it's just like a 15 or 20 minute meeting in person or online or in Zoom or on the phone, because these people are very busy, okay? And you have to really appreciate and respect how busy they are and let them know that you appreciate that, right? And so what you're going to do in this informational interview is you're going to ask them about their corporate wellness programs, if they have any, what their work culture is like, you know, how their employees and their organization have grown through their programs, maybe how they got started in corporate wellness, okay? And what they like most about their role as a workplace wellness leader or coordinator, and what they find most challenging, because it's good to know the good and the bad so you can be prepared, you know, not the bad, but I guess, like I said, those challenging aspects of any job, right? Because they come with any role we serve in corporate today. So again, number 3 is to set up and schedule that informational interview and really prepare, you know, several questions, right? And if you're not sure about that, as you know, I'm offering free discovery consults. And so if you have any questions around the informational interview, certainly schedule a consult with me and I can perhaps run through that with you. And, you know, our consults are largely for those interested in learning about our programs. But if you have a question related to anything that I talk about in any of these segments or anything I post in our groups, I'm only too glad to help answer your questions in that consult. So, you know, again, these informational interviews will offer you valuable insights to help you define your ideal employer client, because it's important to know who you are going to target. Are you going to target yourself towards small businesses, large organizations? Are you going to maybe just specifically target corporate health services for manufacturing, which some of our, you know, graduates do in our programs, or maybe health services, right? Maybe retail. I'm not sure. You know, you will only know that by getting out there and interviewing employers and finding where the opportunities are and where your interests lie, right? And fit related to those opportunities. So number 4, you want to always offer something of value in return, okay? It should always be about a give and take, right? So in your request for an informational interview, it's really courteous and beneficial and projects you in a good light to offer something in return. You know, it might be that you might be able to refer them to someone in your network, right? Or certainly endorse them in their profile, maybe offer to do a recommendation if you know that person and can recommend them in some capacity, or maybe share some of their work or promote their organization, right? But if you're going to offer something in return, a word of advice is to always follow through, right? To be taken seriously and to build that trust and credibility in anything we do in life. We want to follow through with our promises and our offers. So number 4, again, is offer something of value in return. Number 5 is to always follow up and keep in touch with those contacts and networks that you've been developing. I'm going to talk more about that probably in future segments. And we, of course, talk a lot about it in our programs and our LinkedIn for Workplace Wellness course. But, you know, always offer, as I said, something of value to help build that know, like, trust factor. We use that term a lot in industry, in social media marketing a lot, to build the know, like, trust factor, but it's so important. You can't ask something of them without, you know, first building up that relationship, right? And you also want to keep the lines of communication open. And it's how you can build that relationship with them. Maybe, as I've said, maybe share some of your work. If you publish blogs or posts, share a link. And I do that, like I'll send out some information and say this may be of interest to you and relating to corporate wellness, or maybe offer to do a free health coaching session. That's a great way to get to know you. Or maybe a discount or free access to a wellness program or lunch and learner service that you have, just to get to know you, or maybe a 10% discount off one of your programs. Maybe offer to deliver an on-site or online workshop or an online program or lunch and learn to their organization, or again at a significant discount. And for those who have gone through our programs, you'll know, and if not, go back to our website in our Workplace Wellness Center of Excellence resource section. We have a really in-depth article on the value that our graduates can bring employers. And truthfully, guys, this article will sell you as a graduate of our program. Okay, so it's a really good article. So I'm speaking right now to those who've gone through our programs, or maybe those who might go through our programs in the future, but particularly our current graduates. This article is really powerful, and it really does speak to the value and the skill sets of our program graduates. Or maybe as a graduate of our program, you can share out one of your Wellness Toolkit publications that you all helped to create, and they can be found as well. The links to them can be found in our website. So my friends, there you have it. These are the 5 tips to engage and really help you define your ideal employer client, your ideal employer client, and then to really help you start to build and forge those relationships with those in your network to help create awareness of you, right? To introduce you and to really help build and grow your services as a corporate wellness professional. So thank you for watching our first segment of our Ask Lisa series. And I hope you found it value and illuminating. And if there's some other things or topics you might like me to speak to in our Ask Lisa series, then certainly post them below this video, this segment, and or send them to me privately. That's fine. You can reach out at info@workplacewellnesscoe.com, and I will do my best to answer them. And I started with this particular question or topic because it's one that comes up a lot in our groups, and so I thought it would be a good one to kickstart the series. Anyway, I hope you found it of some value, and be watching for future segments, and have a good day. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.